Hello there. It's been a minute. It has been a crazy year. So hi. Sorry, I've only been really posting shorts. Anyway, I've officially been in California for a full year now. If you didn't notice, everything is different and I've moved. So I've had to spend some time adjusting to going from hourly wage work to salary and my new job and what does that mean creatively for me and a completely different climate. So it's been a lot of change this year, which is why this has been allowed to be something that just sat. But I was watching another creator and realized that Vlogmas kind of looks like fun. And I think it could be a really great way for me to give myself a framework to get back out there in the world. If you also follow me on Instagram, I did something really similar with Fall for Costume in October, where I'd let my Instagram go basically dormant for the last 6-8 months while I've been doing work stuff. And suddenly that made a lot of sense to use this as a springboard to rejoin the community. If you don't particularly care for Christmassy content, I'm not super heavy into creating that sort of stuff. But it is the holidays. I will probably have some of my own holiday traditions I try to include over the next month. And if you're not loving it, I'm going to try to put timestamps. I'm not going to promise it because of the day-to-day turnaround. Let's say you are strictly here for costuming and you don't know what Vlogmas is. So Vlogmas is this really cool tradition that a lot of folks on YouTube do with their channels. And what you do is basically between the first to maybe the second, you start posting daily like vlogs. Some of them are posting little vlogs, some of them are longer ones. But you do that daily, and a lot of people do that through Christmas. I have a ton of stuff going on in December, which might actually make it interesting for all of you, because let's face it, last year you would have been staring at box towers and chaos in this apartment. But I've got a trip back to Denver for a SCA event in the Boulder area coming up. I've also got a couple of other trips coming up towards the end of the month. So if you're interested, definitely join me for a little trip around. Right now, I have been kind of cloistering myself on a long weekend from my day job, working to complete a coat for one of my people who is participating in an elevation ceremony for the SCA. So I need to clean up my apartment a bit today to have some more room to do that. You may inadvertently get a walk through my current sewing space as a result of this one. But first, we're gonna go take all of the Halloween fall decor sort of stuff over to my storage unit. Drop that off. I will have a solid debate on if I want to bring holiday decorations back this week or if I want to deal with that next weekend. So I usually do the first Saturday in December for my holiday decorations. And we'll go from there.
Hey, Zoey. Zoey duck, let's go.
our famous Zoey dog vlog moments. Hey Zoey, you're gonna guard the car and I'm gonna take some boxes upstairs. Okay? You got this. After we're done, we'll go get some snacks. How's that sound? Pup cups are down the street. We'll see if they're open and if the line's worthwhile afterwards. And we're cranking up some light settings so you can see in my storage unit. The tree's gonna wait. That is not a today thing. The box of gifts that I should probably pack and get in the mail ASAP, and some of my generic decorations I can use for the office. Let's figure out how to get it all the way down that hallway. It's not a couple of light boxes. Just gonna say, find yourself a cart. Because I did not, and now I've got several boxes to haul back downstairs somehow. Let's go figure this out. So, this is home. Let's do a quick walk through the common areas so that you kind of see where we're at. It is now dark out because winter. Hello, Vlogmas. But this is like my living room area. I've got my desk over here as well as my sewing machines. But I just finished my 9 to 5 work. I'm prepping for the week, so my personal laptop will go back on its little mount here, and I'll have my editing station up and running here soon. All of the house plants. The good old purple couch. We love this thing. I am in dire need of more storage, so I need to figure out if I'm comfortable taking maybe a bin or two's worth of fabric over to that storage unit. You saw it's mostly empty. So we've got our books. I had a bookshelf die on the drive out here, so there's a little less book storage than there used to be as well. We have some additional storage in that closet, as well as where the iron tends to be living right now. The box of shame of UFOs and scraps that I have cleaned up from the last 2 projects. And I need to finish sifting through it and figure out what I'm going to do with it. Some auxiliary thread stuff I expect to be grabbing and using on a regular basis, as well as miscellaneous tools that I use a lot and want to keep handy. I know a lot of YouTubers put their lenses away. I am an out of sight, out of mind girly. I want to see where all of mine are at. And then the farther up we go, there's cute things. There's some antique books, reproduction lantern, a doll I was gifted when I was a kid. Additional seating. This is just kind of nice to have as an extra spot when I'm doing fittings. I've got the land of tripods, the trunk with all my lighting. And I have one big box light out, even though I haven't turned it on for all of this. And then, let's look at that. I got this set back up when I started working on this jacket. So, it's my overhead rig, but what's really cool and new is that on eBay, I found the exact same camera as what I typically shoot with, used. It's a discontinued camera anyway. But now, I don't have to be constantly flipping back and forth between them. And they both use the same lenses and the same batteries. So this is gonna be, I'm hoping, a really fantastic option for me to be able to knock out quick sewing tutorials. But we figured out that that lens is a great framing reference for this table. Current project I'm working on for my friends. And then back here in my old place, this was along the back wall next to this table and you could access it a little bit better. Right now it's like extra serving dishes storage, and the top has some like auxiliary craft stuff that when I'm working on this table I needed to throw it somewhere. So it ended up back there. And an antique lamp, a bunch of other cool stuff. Like I said, because I had a bookshelf die in the move, we have this one, which has kind of combined it from doing fantasy and some sewing notions in that. My hand turn machine. And then there's just some more books and patterns. But yeah, this is the new living area and craft area in my place. So I hope this has been fun for y'all. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go so I can edit this and get this up for my very first day of Vlogmas 2025. Have a great night. Bye.